Solstice Client has somehow been updated to 26.30, and how this came to be I'll explain a little later on in the video. We're also going to be doing some other cool things with this client, so stay tuned for that as well. But first off, I've already got it in my downloads over here. To get this for yourself, you can find it in my Discord server, linked in the description below. I'm going to be posting it right in the Solstice channel. While you're in here though, just look at the amount of other clients available, and if you do join, please help improve the reactions I get on my announcements, guys. Like, come on. What am I even yapping about? Here we have the latest version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition with beautifully small UI that somehow grows when I full screen, but oh well. Because this is just a DLL file, we still need an injector to be able to inject this into Minecraft. I highly recommend Fate Client Injector. If you don't have this yet, I'll link it in the description below. You'll notice that the console is going to pop up. This is because it has been built as a development version, so all of the output is just going to be printed here. You might get this message, press enter to continue. If you get that, just press on enter while you have the console selected, and just like that, Solstice has been injected. Do keep in mind that if you close the console, then Minecraft is going to close or crash as well. This is just because it's built with the development flag, I believe, in Visual Studio, and that's because, you know, this isn't a 100% finalized version. You might still find a few bugs, but it's pretty darn good. And when I say pretty good, I actually mean insane. This is by far just undisputedly the best client on this Minecraft version currently for Bedrock Edition than that is. So here I am inside of a single player world, which I'm not going to be in single player worlds for this entire video. Let me just tell you that. But for right now, to get started with using this, you can press on the tab button on your keyboard. That is going to open up the Click GUI area, which, if you've seen Solstice before, there's actually even more options in here than that there used to be in the official releases. So that's just honestly insane. You might notice that the combat tab is not that big though, but who even cares? We have Kill Aura here, we have Reach, we have the most important utilities available to us. If you want a full in-depth usage tutorial for Solstice, then I will link that right down in the description below. But the usage is incredibly simple. So we can click on these utilities to turn them on, click on them once again to turn them off, and right click for these customization menus. Some have more customization than others, as you can see. You can hover above these for descriptions as well. And I just want to give my kudos to the developer who did this, in case you're wondering, who also introduced the bug where if you close out of the Click GUI, your mouse stays on the screen, as you can see, until you unpause and repause the game. But that is going to be the developer of French Packet Client. In their server, they've been updating Solstice as well. If you want to see the entire journey for that, you can join their server too, and you can find out all about that. But for right now, we can press tab again to go back into the Click GUI. Take a look at a few more things. For example, in the HUD editor and the scripting areas are both exactly how they were left basically. For additional customizations to the client directly, you can customize the interface over here as well as the Click GUI. Manage all of that. Also, by default, we have the array list and the watermark up there enabled by default, but going into the Click GUI, you can disable both of those if you wish to do so, and now your screen is completely clean. You can also manage the notifications that you get there, but I'm just going to turn these two back on for now. With that being said, this version of Solstice also supports the same commands that the old version did. We can start these with a dot, and then, for example, type .help in the chat, and now we get a list of all the commands that Solstice is going to offer us, including a bind command over here. I'm just going to show you guys that one. So if you don't know how to use a command, we can simply type .help and then the name of that command. So .help bind. That's going to print our command, what that command is going to do, as well as the exact usage and the aliases as well. What that means is that you don't need to type .bind, but you can also type .b and then the rest of the syntax. So you might recall how I said that you can press on the tab button on your keyboard to open and close the click GUI. If you want to change that, then in the chat you can simply type .bind click GUI and then any key you want, for example G. And now the click GUI has been bound to G, meaning I can press on G to open and close the click GUI. Of course, for the rest, there is, a bunch of other modules you can bind as well. There's so many more commands just looking at there. That just as a basic example. Back into the tabbed mode, I'd like to bring your attention to something else as well. We have Solstice 26.2 here as well. This has been released. I didn't get the chance to cover it though. I just didn't have the time then. Because at the time when this released, it was a very possible thing that I would get kicked out of my university. Luckily though, I'm still there and I'm showing this to you now. If you prefer to use this on 26.2, then you can do so. I believe this might be slightly more refined than this one, although it is still receiving updates, the 21.31 version that is. So if it updates, if there's a new patch, I'll definitely post that as well, so you guys can all download the latest version, or just simply follow the developer in their own server. With that being said, for right now, I'm actually turning back to my own Discord server, because we have a config sharing channel in here where all of you guys can post your configs, which you definitely do. But scrolling to the top in my pinned post, I have some of the best configurations that you can use, and I guess also some of the worst. As I said in the start of this video, Solstice is arguably the very best client to use when hacking on servers in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. We would go through pain and hell to downgrade to be able to use this client as opposed to the updated ones. I have some configs in here that were peak back then. Back then kind of makes it sound like I'm an unk. No, that was like 2 months or something, I guess. But Solstice basically was overpowered, and I want to relive that because due to the fact that this is not another random client, but it is in fact Solstice updated, all the configs should be largely compatible. Of course, there is going to be some changes. There might be some modules that are not fully present or some customizations that aren't 100% possible, but most configs should be cross-compatible between, for example, 1.21.100 and this current latest version. And so I'll see you when I've found the one I want to use. Obviously, I'm going to need an alt account because there is the danger that although Solstice hasn't changed, the Hive might have improved their anti-cheat. Although, of course, the chance is slim on Bedrock Edition because all anti-cheat is shit, but that's why I have just made this alt account, save and continue. By the way, the password is 67 and then the N-word in case you want to use this after I'm done with the video. Just like that, we're ready to go. Technically over here for the Hive, you don't even really need a VPN connection, so I am not going to do that. There we go, the Hive, which is for some reason under creator experiences. I don't know what Mojang thinks they're all cooking up there. Anyways, while that's loading, let's go ahead and place the config in our configs folder. Let's see how well I can get there. And actually, I've gotten pretty good at it. I believe it is roaming state. And then we have Solstice over here, configs, just like that. And then we can simply drag in the Hive config. That is how simple it is. We can load in here inside of Minecraft. Then all that's basically left to do is to select the Solstice DLL right over there. This is going to go ahead and inject. We can press on enter a few times, I guess. And just like that, there we have Solstice now. Then in the chat, .config load and then Hive. Here we are. So for some reason, between cuts, the UI decided to grow again, which has made me very claustrophobic. So there we go. That's better. Let's type .bind in chat over there, and that is going to print out all of our binds. So by default, I accidentally had Aura on because Aura is the same key as to open the chat. Okay, I almost aura'd and got banned in the lobby, I guess. But okay, Aura is T. We have velocity. I believe speed is detected on high, so I'm not going to use that. We do have scaffold, though, over here. So This is all looking decent. I'm just not sure who like made these keybinds. Like, why is Aura T and Scaffold J? This guy had fucking massive fingers. Skywars solo, let's go. 2, 1, and here we go. Let's take a look at this. And I guess the chest stealer is not turned on by default. In fact, the chest stealer doesn't work. Okay. Also, the loot on my island was complete and other shit. I'm just gonna manually auto-bridge for now. And the game crashed. Okay, we're not banned at least. I guess it was something else. We are back now on an actual game. And I have made some pretty large adjustments to the config. But now, as you can see, we are going for this. I think there were some random things causing it to crash that were also kind of conflicting with the Hive anti-cheat. And I just got my first kill on camera there. If we get another one, we're going to be the kill leader for right now. Was that my reach acting very weirdly? I think it was. Also, maybe that wasn't that impressive. He was probably on mobile. He didn't even manage to hit me once. There we go. This is going to be our next kill though. And we just comboed the hell out of that guy like it was nothing. This is how I remember it. This is how I'd love to see it. We have a stone sword, and that guy just like clutched insanely. But yeah, we're still knocking the shit out of him, and I thought yeah, this config is overpowered. We still have a stone sword though, and if we want to do something about that, then we better get something a little better very soon. And wow, I'm pretty sure that's like the best sword you can get in this game mode. So we are set. If we don't win this game now, then I don't even know what is going on. There we go. I didn't even need my sword for that guy. Oh, I saved him. Dude, like the problem with comboing that much is low-key that you just save people. And there's only one person left whose name tag we can very clearly see right over there. I mean, we are by far the kill leader though. I think he just like tried to poison us or something. And now he probably gave up because he realized we were hacking, because this config is not closet at all, but 5 kills in the first game. I gotta type a GG in there because, you know, this was a very fair game. I kind of forgot that was my username. Sorry, bro. So as I said, I did make some pretty large adjustments to the config. I'll pull it up over here. I just changed some of the keybinds earlier, but now I've changed a lot more things. It's a lot less visually just annoying and stuff like that too. And I haven't had any crashes with it since. I'll post this updated version in the config share channel in my Discord server, where you can of course download it 100% for free a million times. The one that I showed earlier in this video, so definitely go ahead and check that out if you want to use this as well. Of course, no guarantee, maybe the Hive updates their anti-cheat again and you all get banned using this config, but I hope not. That's why you should probably use an alt account anyways. Also, I do say this every video that I play on the Hive, but I never get a good weapon from my starting island. Like, the border has been removed for a little bit of time now, and I still have a stone sword, man. And, well, I guess we have now basically secured the victory, unless I do something stupid like jump off the island. And we are getting teamed on right now. I forgot that you shouldn't team on people like that, because hacking lesson for you guys to end off this video, because I'm too lazy to make a new alt account. Why did I get banned? Because I was fighting 2 people at the same time with very blatant kill aura on. And because of that, I was hitting the guy in front of me, but also the guy behind me, causing the Hive to be like, yo, that's like literally not possible. We're gonna ban you. I guess in 6 days and 23 hours, you can expect a new 50-minute long hacking on the Hive video. No, who am I kidding? That's probably not going to happen because I'm lazy. But I will make more content on this soon. I honestly did not expect Solstice to be this overpowered. GG's to the Hive for actually having an anti-cheat on Bedrock Edition. But you haven't seen the last of me. Peace.